Welcome. You are here because you are ready. Ready to move beyond wishing and into the realm of knowing. Ready to elevate your vibration and align yourself with the frequency of your desires. Today, we journey not just through hope, but through the science of success. We turn to the timeless wisdom of Napoleon Hill, a man who decoded the secrets of the wealthiest and most impactful minds in history. This is not just about attracting miracles. It is about creating them through the power of your own mind. Hill taught us that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. For the next hour, let go of the outside world. Let go of doubt. We are going to walk through the steps of transmuting your thoughts into physical reality. Breathe deeply. Inhale possibility, exhale limitation. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. Let us begin. The starting point of all achievement is desire, but not just a wish. A wish is weak. It has no heat. To manifest miracles, you must possess a burning desire. Napoleon Hill observed that 98 out of every 100 people are drifting. They have no aim. The universe cannot help a ship that does not know where it is sailing. To use the law of attraction, you must first have definiteness of purpose. Ask yourself now, what is your chief aim? What is the one thing you want above all else? Hill instructed us to be specific. Do not say, I want more money. Say, I will possess specific abundance by a specific date. Do not say, I want a better life. Say, I am living in a home of peace and joy. Vague desires produce vague results. Close your eyes. See your desire. If it is money, see the bills in your hands. If it is health, feel the vitality in your veins. If it is love, feel the warmth of that person next to you. Hill said, there are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. Your purpose is the seed. Your vibration is the sunlight. When you know exactly what you want, you send a direct signal to infinite intelligence. You stop drifting. You start driving. Repeat this affirmation with me. I know what I want, and I have the burning desire to possess it. My purpose is clear. My path is opening. No mind is complete by itself. Napoleon Hill introduced us to the mastermind, the coordination of knowledge and effort. But there is a greater mastermind available to you right now, the connection between your mind and infinite intelligence. This connection requires one key ingredient, faith. Faith is not blind hope. In the philosophy of Hill, faith is a state of mind that can be induced. It is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration and translates it into spiritual execution. You must visualize and believe in the attainment of your desire before it happens. Think of Gandhi. He had no army, no money, no political office. But he had a mastermind alliance with the hopes of millions, and he had absolute faith in his purpose. His thought vibration was so high, it crumbled an empire. Einstein said, everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want and you cannot help but get that reality. If you worry, you are having faith in failure. If you fear, you are visualizing what you do not want. To manifest miracles, you must discipline your mind to hold the image of success, regardless of current circumstances. Let us elevate your vibration now. Feel the feeling of it is done. Affirmation: I have absolute faith that my desire is moving toward me. I am aligned with infinite intelligence. Fear has no place here. Only faith remains. How do we convince the subconscious mind that our desire is real? Through autosuggestion. Napoleon Hill taught that the subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. It will grow whatever seeds you plant, whether they are seeds of success or weeds of failure. Autosuggestion is the agency of control through which an individual may feed his subconscious mind. You cannot just think a thought once. You must repeat it. You must emotionalize it. Hill gave us a specific formula. He told us to write out our desire and to read it aloud twice daily, once just before sleeping and once just after waking. Because in those moments, the door to the subconscious is wide open. When you say, "I am wealthy," but you feel poor, your subconscious accepts the feeling, not the words. You must mix emotion with your words. Imagine you are an actor playing the role of the person you want to be. Feel the confidence. Feel the gratitude. Let's practice autosuggestion. I want you to repeat these words in your mind and saturate them with feeling. Day by day, in every way, I am becoming more aligned with my purpose. I am a magnet for miracles. My mind is a center of divine operation. Do not just say it. Feel the vibration of the words resonating in your chest. This is how you reprogram the machine. This is how you change your frequency. Knowledge is potential power. It becomes actual power only when it is organized into definite plans of action. Napoleon Hill reminded us that we do not need to know everything. We only need specialized knowledge related to our purpose. And what we do not know, we can find through our mastermind alliances. But knowledge alone is static. It requires the spark of imagination. Hill called the imagination the workshop of the mind. It is where all plans are created. It is where the impulse of desire is given shape, form, and action. To manifest miracles, you must use your creative imagination. You must see the invisible. Do not wait for the perfect plan. Start where you are. Use your imagination to see yourself overcoming obstacles. See the solution before the problem arises. When you elevate your vibration, you unlock ideas that were previously out of reach. Suddenly, you meet the right person. You find the right book. You stumble upon the right opportunity. This is not luck. This is your imagination tuning into the broadcast of the universe. Affirmation: my imagination is the workshop of my success. I am open to divine ideas. I take action on my inspiration. Your brain is a broadcasting and receiving station for thought. Hill explained that every human brain is capable of picking up vibrations of thought which are being released by other brains. When you elevate your vibration, when you stimulate your mind with a high rate of vibration through love, faith, or burning desire, your brain becomes more receptive. This is the law of attraction in biological action. Your subconscious mind works day and night. It draws upon the forces of infinite intelligence to transmute your desires into their physical equivalent. But it is sensitive. It picks up on fear just as easily as it picks up on faith. You must guard the door of your mind. Hill warned us against negative influences. If you surround yourself with people who vibrate at a low frequency, people who complain, gossip, and doubt, your broadcasting station will pick up that static. You must tune your station to the frequency of miracles. Gratitude is the highest transmission frequency. When you are grateful for what you have, and grateful for what is coming, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Let us spend these next few minutes in pure gratitude. Thank the universe for your breath. Thank the universe for your mind. Thank the universe for the abundance that is currently rushing toward you. My mind is tuned to the frequency of abundance. I broadcast love and success. I receive wisdom and prosperity. We have journeyed through the principles of Napoleon Hill. We have established a definite purpose. We have invoked the mastermind. We have applied faith and autosuggestion. We have unlocked our imagination. As you practice these principles, you will awaken what Hill called the sixth sense. This is the apex of the philosophy. It is the portion of the subconscious mind which has been referred to as the creative imagination. It is the receiving set through which ideas, plans, and thoughts flash into the mind. These are the hunches that will guide you to your miracle. Trust them. Miracles are not magic. They are the natural result of specific laws applied with persistence. As you go forth from this hour, carry this vibration with you. Do not let the world lower your frequency. You are a creator. You have the secret. Remember Hill's final promise. Life is a checkerboard, and the player opposite you is time. If you hesitate before moving, or neglect to move promptly, your men will be wiped off the board by time. You are playing against a partner who will not tolerate indecision. Move with confidence. Move with faith. Your miracle is waiting for you to claim it. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I manifest my desires. It is so. But desire, no matter how hot, is not enough. Faith, no matter how strong, requires a vessel. To manifest a miracle, you must build the bridge across which that miracle can travel to reach you. Napoleon Hill called this organized planning. You are the architect of your destiny, but an architect never builds without a blueprint. The universe loves speed, yes, but the universe also loves order. Chaos is the enemy of manifestation. When your thoughts are scattered, the signal to infinite intelligence is static. When your plans are definite, the signal is a laser beam. Do not be afraid of the how. The how will reveal itself, but you must be in motion to see it. Hill taught us that you are engaged in an undertaking of major importance to you. To be sure of success, you must have plans that are faultless. And here is the secret that most miss. If your first plan fails, replace it with a new one. If that fails, replace it again. The temporary defeat is not permanent failure. It may only mean that your plan was not sound. Build another. Listen closely. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before the light bulb illuminated the world. Was he a failure? He simply found 10,000 ways that did not work, leading him inevitably to the one way that did. His persistence was his plan. I want you to think of the one action you have been delaying. The one step you know you must take. Why are you waiting? Are you waiting for the perfect time? Hill warned us, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you are, and work with whatever tools you may have at your command. Better tools will be found as you go along. Visualize yourself taking that step now. See yourself writing the email. See yourself making the call. See yourself signing the paper. Do not just see the action, feel the relief of having done it. Action cures fear. Action crystallizes desire. I am a person of action. My plans are the vessels for my miracles. When I move, the universe moves with me. I do not wait for perfection, I create it through progress. Analyze the lives of the thousands of men and women who have accumulated great wealth and influence, and you will find they all shared one quality: decision. Napoleon Hill discovered that successful people reach decisions promptly and change them slowly, if at all. Those who fail reach decisions, if at all, very slowly, and change them frequently and quickly. Indecision is the seedling of fear. Indecision crystallizes into doubt, and the two blend to become the poison of your potential. When you hesitate, you signal to the universe that you are unsure of your worthiness. You signal that you do not trust the flow of infinite intelligence. Procrastination is the shadow of indecision. It is the thief of time and the assassin of opportunity. To elevate your vibration, you must become a person of decisive nature. You must trust your gut, that sixth sense we spoke of. When the hunch flashes into your mind, that is the direct communication from the mastermind. To debate it is to insult the source. The world has a habit of making room for the man or woman whose words and actions show that they know where they are going. Imagine you are standing at a crossroads. To the left is the path of maybe, later, and I'm not sure. It is foggy and gray. To the right is the path of I will, I can, and now. It is steep, but it is bathed in golden light. Which path does your soul pull you toward? Make a pact with yourself in this moment. From this second forward, you will not drift. You will drive. You will not hesitate. You will strike. Affirmation: I release the habit of drifting. I claim the power of decision. I trust my intuition instantly. My yes is a yes. My no is a no. I command my destiny. The basis of persistence is the power of will. Willpower and desire, when properly combined, make an irresistible pair. Napoleon Hill wrote that persistence is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. Many people start. Few finish. You are here because you are a finisher. There is a hidden guide in the universe. It seems to throw obstacles in your path, not to stop you, but to test you. It wants to know, how badly do you want this? Are you a fair-weather manifester? Do you only believe in the law of attraction when things are going well? Real faith is forged in the fire of resistance. Hill told the story of R.U. Darby, who stopped 3 feet from gold. He gave up because the vein of or disappeared. He sold his machinery to a junk man who called in an engineer. The engineer said, the project failed because the owners were not familiar with fault lines. The gold was found just 3 feet from where Darby stopped drilling. Do not stop drilling. When the shadow of failure looms, elevate your vibration. Transmute that frustration into determination. Say to the universe, this obstacle is evidence that I am close. I will not be denied. Persistence induces faith. The only failure is the moment you quit. Until then, it is simply data. Breathe in resilience, exhale resignation. Feel your spine straighten. You are backed by a power that knows no defeat. Therefore, you cannot be defeated. Affirmation: I do not recognize the word impossible. I possess the power of persistence. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. I am 3 feet from gold and I keep digging. We now approach one of the most misunderstood and powerful chapters of Napoleon Hill's philosophy, the mystery of sex transmutation. Do not let the word distract you. We are speaking of energy. The creative energy that creates life is the most potent force in the human experience. Hill discovered that the men of greatest achievement were those who learned to harness this high-vibration energy and redirect it, transmute it into creative effort. This is the ultimate elevation of vibration. When you feel that intense drive, that biological urge, you are holding raw, unformed genius. The average person wastes this energy. The master uses it. To transmute is to change from one form of energy to another. It is turning physical heat into mental light. When you focus this intense energy onto your chief aim, you lend it a magnetic quality that attracts people, resources, and opportunities to you. It creates a charisma that others can feel. It makes your voice more resonant, your presence more commanding, your thoughts more piercing. This is how you supercharge the law of attraction. You are not just attracting with your mind, you are attracting with your life force. How do you do this? By switching the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of your definite purpose. When the energy rises, do not suppress it. Acknowledge it. Then, consciously pour it into your work, your art, your business, your dream. This is the fuel of the genius. Locate the energy in your body. Feel it as a ball of fire at the base of your spine. Visualize this fire rising up through your spine, past your heart, into your throat, into your mind. See it illuminating your brain like 1,000 suns. This is not just passion, this is power. Direct this beam of light onto the image of your desire. See your desire glowing with this new intensity. Affirmation: I am a master of my energy. I transmute my physical drive into creative genius. My passion fuels my purpose. I am magnetic, charismatic, and unstoppable. Even with a definite purpose and transmuted energy, there are silent killers that can sever your connection to infinite intelligence. Hill named them the 6 ghosts of fear. These ghosts haunt the minds of millions, keeping them in poverty and misery. To manifest miracles, you must exorcise these ghosts. You must clear the signal. Identifying them is the first step to banishing them. The first ghost, the fear of poverty. This is the most destructive. It paralyzes reason and kills imagination. But remember, poverty is a state of mind, just as wealth is. You cannot fear poverty and attract wealth at the same time. Release the grip of scarcity. The universe is abundant. The second ghost, the fear of criticism. How many dreams have died because of, what will they say? This fear robs you of your initiative. It makes you a follower. But you are a leader. The opinions of others are cheap commodities. Do not buy them. The third ghost, the fear of ill health. The mind controls the body. If you fear sickness, you invite it. Hill taught that 75% of human ailments are hypochondria, created by the mind. Focus on vitality. Focus on strength. The fourth ghost, the fear of loss of love. Jealousy and suspicion are forms of insanity. Love is a frequency of freedom. You cannot hold love by clutching it tight out of fear. Trust that what is yours cannot be lost, and what leaves was making space for something better. The fifth ghost, the fear of old age. Age is wisdom. Age is mastery. Do not fear the passing of time. Embrace the accumulation of experience. You are an eternal soul in a physical vessel. The sixth ghost, the fear of death. Death is a transition, not an end. To fear it is to fear the inevitable. When you accept that energy never dies, only changes form, you are free to live fully. Imagine these 6 ghosts standing around you. They look terrifying, but they are made of smoke. You are holding a lantern of pure, white faith. Lift the lantern. Shine the light on the fear of poverty. It vanishes. Shine it on criticism. Gone. Shine it on sickness, loss, age, and death. They dissolve instantly. Nothing remains but you and the light. The signal is clear. The line to infinite intelligence is open. Affirmation: I am free from the shadows of fear. Courage is my birthright. I walk in the light of understanding. Nothing can frighten me, for I am sustained by the universe. We arrive now at one of the most profound techniques Napoleon Hill ever shared. He called it the invisible counselors. Hill realized that to become great, he had to model the great. But he went further. Every night, before he went to sleep, he would close his eyes and imagine himself entering a council chamber. He would invite the men he admired most to sit at his table. He invited Emerson, Paine, Edison, Darwin, Lincoln, Burbank, Napoleon, Ford, and Carnegie. He did not just imagine them sitting there. He led the discussion. He addressed them. He would say to Emerson, "I desire to acquire the marvelous understanding of nature which distinguished your life. I ask that you make an impress upon my subconscious mind of whatever qualities you possessed." He would say to Lincoln, "I desire to build into my own character the keen sense of justice and the untiring patience which were yours." Hill reported that after months of this practice, these counselors became real to him. They began to give him advice in his imagination, advice that proved sound in reality. This is the power of the mastermind used in the theater of the imagination. You can do this. You do not need to invite Hill's counselors. Invite your own. Who do you admire? Is it a business tycoon? A spiritual leader? An ancestor? An inventor? Invite them into your mental sanctum. Close your eyes. Construct your room. See the heavy wooden door. Open it. See the table. See the empty chairs. Call them in. One by one. See them sit. They are smiling at you. They are here to serve you. They are waiting for your questions. Ask them, "How do I achieve my aim? How do I overcome this obstacle?" Listen. Listen not with your ears, but with your intuition. What do they say? Receive their wisdom. This meeting is real in the realm of thought, and thought creates reality. Affirmation: I am never alone. I am guided by the wisdom of the ages. I draw upon the experience of the masters. My mind is a meeting place for genius. We must return to the mechanism of the miracle, the subconscious mind. Hill taught us that the subconscious mind works day and night. It never sleeps. It harnesses the forces of the universe to bring you what you focus on. But it is neutral. It will translate a fear of poverty into physical poverty just as quickly as it will translate a desire for riches into physical wealth. It acts on instructions. And the language it speaks is emotion. Words without emotion do not penetrate the subconscious. They bounce off the surface. This is why cold affirmations fail. To reprogram the mind, you must feel the reality of the statement. We are going to engage in a deep programming session now. We will use the rhythm of repetition. I will state a truth. I want you to repeat it in your mind, but I want you to attach a specific emotion to it. I am abundant. Feel the emotion of relief. The bills are paid. The pressure is gone. Feel the shoulders drop. Relief. I am healthy. Feel the emotion of vitality. Energy buzzing in your legs, your chest. The joy of movement. I am loved. Feel the emotion of warmth. A glowing heat in the center of your chest. Acceptance. I am successful. Feel the emotion of pride. Humble, quiet pride. You did it. You stood tall. The subconscious cannot distinguish between a real event and a vividly imagined one accompanied by emotion. If you feel wealthy now, the subconscious accepts it as fact and begins to rearrange your reality to match that fact. Hill said, "The man who wins is the man who thinks he can." My subconscious mind is my faithful servant. I give it clear instructions through my feelings. I plant seeds of success, and I harvest a crop of miracles. There is a golden key that unlocks the door to the law of attraction. Napoleon Hill called it PMA, positive mental attitude. This is not just about thinking happy thoughts. It is a discipline. It is the understanding that every adversity, every failure, every heartache, carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. When you lose a job, do you spiral into fear? Or do you look for the seed of the benefit? Perhaps that job was holding you back from your true chief aim. When a relationship ends, do you dwell in the ghost of loss? Or do you find the seed of freedom and self-discovery? A positive mental attitude is the only thing over which you have complete, absolute control. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the economy. You cannot always control other people. But you can control your reaction to them. If you find yourself thinking negative thoughts, do not beat yourself up. Simply flip the coin. Hill taught that every situation has two sides. One side is negative, the other is positive. You choose which side to look at. You are the thinker of the thought. You are not the thought itself. Think of a current problem in your life. Visualize it as a stone in your hand. Heavy, rough. Now flip the stone over. On the other side, written in gold, is the benefit. What is the lesson? What is the strength you are gaining? What new door is this problem forcing you to open? Find the benefit. Focus on the benefit. The problem loses its weight. The miracle begins to form. I control my mental attitude. I look for the good in every situation and I find it. I am an alchemist. I turn the lead of adversity into the gold of opportunity. Science has confirmed what Napoleon Hill preached almost a century ago. Your brain is a broadcasting and receiving station for the vibration of thought. Every thought you release is a vibration that travels outward into the ether. Like a radio signal, it seeks other vibrations that match its frequency. If you broadcast hate, you pick up the vibrations of hate from others. You tune into the channel of violence and discord. If you broadcast fear, you pick up the vibrations of failure and anxiety. But if you broadcast desire, faith, and love, you tune into the channel of success. Hill explained that when your brain is stepped up to a high rate of vibration, it becomes a magnet. It attracts thoughts, ideas, and people who are vibrating at that same high level. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It is not just economics, it is electromagnetics. You have the power to change your frequency through the emotions we have discussed. Faith, enthusiasm. These are the knobs on the radio. When you feel yourself sliding into the lower vibrations, anger, jealousy, greed, you must consciously turn the dial. Put on music that lifts you. Read a passage that inspires you. Visualize your chief aim. Do not allow your broadcasting station to transmit static. Imagine a dial in the center of your mind. Currently, it might be set to worry or doubt. Reach out with your mental hand. Grab the dial. Turn it. Turn it all the way to the right. The setting is absolute faith. Feel the hum of the machine increasing. Feel the signal clearing. You are now broadcasting to the universe at maximum power. Infinite intelligence receives you loud and clear. I am a powerful broadcasting station. I send out signals of positivity and success. I attract the same in return. My mind is a magnet for the good, the beautiful, and the true. We are nearing the end of this hour, but the beginning of your new life. You have the tools. You have the philosophy. You have the science. Napoleon Hill spent a lifetime decoding these secrets so that you could use them today. But knowledge is not power until it is applied. You must watch this, listen to this, and live this until it becomes second nature. Until you do not have to try to think positive, but simply are positive. We will end with a cascade of I am affirmations. The words I am are the most powerful in the human language, for whatever follows them defines your reality. Breathe deeply. Let these words bypass your critical mind and settle directly into your soul. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I am one with infinite intelligence. I am the architect of my dreams. I am clear in my purpose. I am unwavering in my faith. I am persistent in my actions. I am guided by the wisdom of the ages. I am protected from the ghosts of fear. I am a magnet for wealth. I am a magnet for health. I am a magnet for love. I am vibrating at the frequency of miracles. I am worthy of my desires. I am ready to receive. I am. Go now. The world is waiting for your gift. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Drifting is over. Driving has begun. The miracle is you. We must now ground our vibration in the physical laws of the universe. Many seek to use the law of attraction to get. But Napoleon Hill taught that the only way to get is to give. This is the law of compensation. Emerson wrote about it. and Hill codified it into a formula known as QQS. Quality, quantity, spirit. To manifest a miracle, you must render service that equals the magnitude of that miracle. First is quality. This means doing your work in the most efficient and effective manner possible. Perfection is the goal, excellence is the standard. Second is quantity. This means the volume of service you render. You must do all that you are paid to do, and then, here is the secret, you must go the extra mile. Third, and most importantly, is spirit. This is the attitude in which you render service. You can have high quality and high quantity, but if your spirit is greedy, if your attitude is begrudging, the vibration is ruined. The broadcasting station transmits static. Hill said, "The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does." Ask yourself, how can I serve more? How can I add value to the world today? The money, the love, the health, these are not the goals. They are the byproducts of the service you render. When you align with the QQS formula, you place the universe in your debt. And the universe always pays its debts with compound interest. Affirmation: I am a servant of the greater good. I give more than I take. I deliver excellence in spirit, quality, and quantity. The universe compensates me lavishly. The universe contains infinite energy. But energy, when scattered, has no force. Light, when diffused, merely illuminates. But light, when focused, becomes a laser that can cut through steel. Napoleon Hill called this controlled attention. It is the act of coordinating all the faculties of the mind and directing their combined power to a given end. In our modern world, distraction is the enemy of manifestation. A divided mind creates a divided reality. If you focus on your desire for 5 minutes, and then scroll through fear and gossip for an hour, you have neutralized your power. You must learn to close the door. Controlled attention is a form of self-hypnosis. When you fix your mind on your chief aim and refuse to let it wander, you burn that image into the brain cells. Hill taught that controlled attention is the master key which unlocks the door to the solution of all problems. Let us practice this discipline. I want you to visualize a single white rose in the center of your mind. See the petals. See the dew on the leaves. Hold that image. Do not let it fade. If a thought about dinner or work or worry intrudes, gently push it aside and return to the rose. Focus, focus, focus. This ability to hold a thought is the muscle of the miracle worker. Use it on your desire. There is a law in the universe that keeps the stars in their heavens and the acorns growing into oaks. Napoleon Hill called this cosmic habit force. This is the law that makes habits permanent. When you think a thought once, it is a thread. When you think it twice, you add another thread. Over time, these threads become a cable that cannot be broken. Cosmic habit force takes your dominant thoughts and habits and makes them automatic. This is why the poor remain poor and the wealthy remain wealthy. They are caught in the rhythm of their own habits. But here is the good news: you can use this law to your advantage. If you persist in thinking thoughts of abundance, faith, and courage, cosmic habit force will eventually take over. It will become harder to fail than to succeed. It will become natural to be wealthy. It will become automatic to be healthy. You are currently in the process of building new cables. That is why you are listening to this. You are impressing a new pattern onto the ether. Hill reminded us, you are the master of your earthly destiny just as surely as you have the power to control your own thoughts. Cosmic habit force is merely the mechanism that executes your commands. Do not fear the law. Use the law. Build the habit of faith, and the universe will lock it into place. Affirmation: I am building habits of success. Cosmic habit force is working in my favor. My positive thoughts are becoming my permanent reality. I am automatically guided toward the good. In our rush for miracles, we often forget the incubation period. We plant the seed and dig it up the next day to see if it has roots. Napoleon Hill warned against the lack of patience. Manifestation is not instant magic, it is natural growth. When you align with the law of attraction, the process begins instantly, but the result appears in its own season. Hill spoke of the gestation period of ideas. Just as a human being requires time to form before birth, your miracle requires time to assemble the necessary conditions, people, and resources. Impatience is a form of doubt. It says to the universe, "I do not trust your timing." Patience is a form of faith. It says, "I know it is coming, so I can wait with joy." While you wait, you work. You prepare. You make yourself ready to receive. If the money hasn't arrived yet, perhaps you are not yet the person who can handle it. If the love hasn't arrived yet, perhaps you are still clearing space in your heart. Trust the delay. It is not a denial. It is preparation. Affirmation: I trust the timing of the universe. I possess the patience of the gardener. I know my harvest is sure. I wait with active faith and joyful expectation. Finally, we must seal our practice with the ethical protection that Napoleon Hill insisted upon, the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. This is not just a moral pleasantry. It is a scientific necessity for long-term success. Hill taught that you cannot hurt another person without hurting yourself. And you cannot lift another person without lifting yourself. If your definition of success involves taking from others, deceiving others, or harming others, you are planting seeds of your own destruction. The law of attraction will bring that vibration back to you. But if your success benefits others, if your wealth creates jobs, if your joy inspires hope, if your product solves problems, then you have the wind of the universe at your back. Check your chief aim now. Does it benefit only you? Or does it bless the world? Expand your vision. Make your miracle big enough to share. When you wish for your neighbor's prosperity, you open the floodgates for your own. When you forgive those who have wronged you, you cut the anchor that has been holding your ship back. Affirmation: I succeed by helping others succeed. My prosperity is a blessing to the world. I send out goodwill to all, and it returns to me multiplied. We are now ready for the final integration. You have learned the law. You have cleared the ghosts of fear. You have consulted the invisible counselors. You have applied the QQS formula. You have harnessed cosmic habit force. Now you must make a covenant with yourself, a binding agreement that you will not retreat. In the philosophy of Napoleon Hill, a contract with oneself is the most sacred document you can sign. Hold that feeling of the signed contract. It is sealed in the records of the ether. Now, let us affirm your identity one last time.